We sit in a place which allows DSPs to be brought together in one place. You know, most DSPs trade with one or two partners. We trade with 8 DSPs. And the reason we do that is that wherever you go in the world, you have to have a different set of partners to reflect how consumers behave. So if you're in Asia, you need mobile DSPs because mobile is it for consumers in Asia. But if in the US, it's different. And so we're able to plug and play multiple DSPs into our data lab platform and trade across all of them. So if you think of it, it's like a financial system where we're fund managers and we're sort of creating competition across the DSP ecosystem to get the best possible results for clients. So we have the widest possible view of inventory and audience of anyone really in the whole programmatic space. Well, you know, if you're a premium publisher, and I came from being a premium publisher, you've got a number of things on your mind. One, you make about 80% of your money from 20% of your inventory. So that's a precious sort of first class inventory. That's where your yield is. That's where your brand environment lives. And so if the programmatic business is going to perform well in that space, they've got to do a couple of things. They've got to create much more confidence around brand safety, i.e. what sort of brands are going to appear on that site. That goes for the brands as well. But also you've got to be able to say, look, in a premium space we can drive price up. Because the big prize for a premium publisher is that the biggest cost in their business is cost of sale. If that cost of sale could be reduced by automating the system, then they would be in. They'd be in tomorrow. But at the moment, the business isn't quite ready to create that degree of confidence within the premium publisher space. So we're on a migration upwards, if you like, from the remnant space up into the premium space. And more of it's happening as publishers start within private networks and private spaces, because that gives them a degree of confidence.
And could you tell us a little bit about your thoughts about the evolution of the medium of television and the commercial opportunity for advertisers? And it's changing in a big way, right? Where are things going? What do you think we can look forward to over the next couple of years?
Well, it's changing in a big way, and it's not, to be honest. If you look at all the statistics, the TV industry is in rude health and stays in rude health for the next 10 years. And to be honest, there isn't much of an incentive to change. You know, in the programmatic space, we're all about digital media, and of course, the digital screen, certainly for the next generation of viewers, is just a bigger digital screen. But the industry itself is still locked into upfronts, into meter systems, into ways that have been traded for 30 years, and there's not that much incentive to change as we sit here today. However, there are disruptors, I think, coming into play. If you think about Comcast and Time Warner in the US, they have a line into 3/4 of the US audience, and with their technology, there is definitely an opportunity for them to join the programmatic space and start to maximize the benefit of audiences through their data in the way that the rest of the business is beginning to do. But I certainly see TV as probably the last entrance, and there'll be, you know, early plays in television, but the real quality content in network television will be last in. Now, people like Netflix are showing the way. You know, Netflix as a brand new company, not burdened with the old ways, has gone straight to programmatic. They run it themselves, and they are making waves in the industry which will eventually bring TV into line with an automated buying system which will be across all media. Growth in a rising market is the best place to be. If you remember my days in Microsoft, and I came to Cannes in 2001 when people looked at us as if to say, from which rock have you crawled out under? It was basically a creative industry event. But at that point, you know, we were able to ride a wave of growth because audiences were shifting. And the thing about programmatic that excites me is it's no passing fad. I was talking to a couple of agencies just recently, and they thought that within 5 years, 70% of all digital media would be programmatic in some shape or form. And that's against 4% today. So the pace of change is going to be colossal. For us, therefore, we've only just really begun. You know, we're big in Canada, big in the UK, expanding in the US, just opening in Asia. But the whole Asian market's yet to really get this wave. It's a west to east effect, starting in the US, moving through sort of Western Europe. But even the rest of mainland continental Europe, where we are in France and in Germany, have yet to really get going. So the growth opportunities are colossal. And one of the challenges for the industry is scale. everything that we do has to be able to be done on an industrial scale, and part of the technology that we're building is the ability to do that, because otherwise it's too many little legs under the swan, and it just won't scale and be truly reaching its potential in the next 5 years that everybody expects it to do.